Top 7 Best Graphic Cards 2023. Through extensive research and testing, I have put together the list of options that will meet the need of different types of buyers. So whether it's price, performance, or particular use, we have got you covered. For more information, I have put links of products in the description. Make sure to check it out. Like the video, comment, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. Number 7. GeForce RTX 4070 Ti. The RTX 4070 Ti is the higher performance, higher price NVIDIA Add 104 card, and by comparison, it makes the above RTX 4070 look like a great idea. The 4070 Ti drew a lot of flack for its high price at launch, as it's $200 more expensive than the outgoing RTX 3070 Ti. While it's definitely the faster card of the two, it's also not that much better than the previous generation RTX 3080. You're now given the option to pay more for more performance and the latest Ada Lovelace architecture and features. The 4070 Ti has been pretty much available at MSRP since it launched. We're even seeing a few sales where some cards dip below the $800 MSRP. Briefly, and not by much. But the above RTX 4070 has now stolen a lot of the reasons for considering the RTX 4070 Ti. Yes, the Ti is about 20% faster, but it costs 33% more and still only had 12 GB VRAM. Number 6. Radeon RX 7900 XT. AMD also doesn't skimp on VRAM, providing you with 20 GB. That's 67% more than the competing 4070 Ti. However, you won't get DLSS support, and FSR2 works on NVIDIA as well as AMD, so it's not really an advantage, plus DLSS still looks better. Something else to consider is that while it's possible to run AI workloads on AMD's GPUs, performance can at times be substantially slower. That's because the AI accelerators in RDNA 3 share the same execution pipelines as the GPU shaders, and FP16 or INT8 throughput is only double the FP32 rate. That's enough for AI inference, mostly, but it only matches a modest GPU like the RTX 3060 in pure AI number crunching. Most AI projects are also heavily invested in NVIDIA's ecosystem, which makes them easier to get running. Number 5. GeForce RTX 4070. We're in the midst of a transition between old and new generation GPUs, and it leads to some difficult decisions. The RTX 4070 didn't blow us away with extreme performance or value, but it's generally equal to the previous generation RTX 3080, comes with the latest Ada Lovelace architecture and features, and costs $100 less, though the RTX 3080 and above are effectively discontinued now. The RTX 4070 has been pretty much available at MSRP since it launched, which again speaks to the lack of demand for mainstream parts that carry high-end pricing. Factory overclocked cards with extra RGB cost the usual $20–50 extra. We still can't help but feel the cards are a bit overpriced, but there's no question the RTX 4070 easily beats the previous generation RTX 3070 Ti in performance at the same $599 price point. It's about 23% faster overall. Number 4. Radeon RX 6650 XT. AMD's RX 6650 XT is a refresh and replacement for the RX 6600 XT, offering slightly more performance at basically the same price. It's the second best value overall, right behind the RX 6600, but gives a bit more oomph for your apps. It's also nearly as fast as the new RX 7600, at least in current testing, trailing by just 3%. Future game and driver updates could increase the gap, however. As noted on the other AMD GPUs, ray tracing performance isn't a strong selling point. Several games that we tested with DXR support couldn't even do 30 fps at 1080p Ultra, though most were playable at 1080p Medium, at which point you might need to rethink enabling DXR. NVIDIA's RTX 3060, for example, is about 35% faster, more in games like Cyberpunk 2077 and Minecraft, without using DLSS. With DLSS quality mode, NVIDIA would get another 30–40% faster. FSR2 doesn't really fix that either, since it provides a similar boost in performance to all GPUs, plus it doesn't look as good. Number 3. Radeon RX 6600. The Radeon RX 6600 takes everything good about the 6650 XT below, then scales it back slightly. It's about 20% slower overall, and factoring in DXR gains, it just barely edges past the RTX 3050. Discount DXR, as you should with this level of hardware, and it ends up being more like 25% faster than the 3050 and just slightly behind the RTX 3060 ARC, a 750. Mid-range graphics cards are a competitive arena, and the RX 6600 goes up against both the now discounted RTX 3050 as well as previous generation RTX 20 series GPUs. It ends up delivering near RTX 2070 performance in our testing, at least in non-ray tracing scenarios. With ray tracing enabled, however, it struggles badly, barely averaging 30 EPS in our DXR test suite at 1080p medium. If you're not worried about ray tracing, the RX 6600 definitely warrants a look. AMD's Infinity CAC does wonders for what otherwise looks like a somewhat underpowered GPU, and the card only needs about 130 DOG, far less than competing GPUs. Considering the new RX 7600 costs about $80 more, that's about a 45% increase in price for 25 to 30% more performance. Number 2. Radeon RX 7900 XTX. The Red Team King is dead. Long live the Red Team King. AMD's Radeon RX 7900 XTX has supplanted the previous generation RX 6950 XT at the top of the charts, with a price bump to match. Ostensibly priced at $999, it sold out almost immediately, but supply has now caught up to demand. And there's good reason for the demand, as the 7900 XTX comes packing AMD's latest RDNA 3 architecture. AMD's GPUs can also be used for professional tasks, but here things get a bit hit and miss. Certain apps in the SPC ViewPerf suite run great on AMD hardware, others come up short. However, if you want to do AI or deep learning research, there's no question NVIDIA's cards are a far better pick. For this generation, the RX 7900 XTX is AMD's fastest option, and it definitely packs a punch. If you're willing to step down to the 7900 XT, that's also worth considering. See below, as it tends to be priced better right now. Number 1. GeForce RTX 4090. For some, the best graphics card is the fastest card, pricing be damned. NVIDIA's GeForce RTX 4090 caters to precisely this category of user. It's also the debut of NVIDIA's brand new Ada Lovelace architecture, and as such will represent the most potent card NVIDIA has to offer, at least until the inevitable RTX 4090 Ti shows up. If you were disappointed that the RTX 3090 Ti was only moderately faster, till 30%, than an RTX 3080 in most workloads, RTX 4090 has something more to offer. Across our suite of gaming benchmarks, it's 60% faster than the 3090 Ti on average. AMD's RX 7900 XTX can't touch it either, as the 4090 is 50% faster overall, though it also costs about 60% more. There are numerous other AI workloads that currently only run on NVIDIA GPUs. In other words, NVIDIA knows a thing or two about professional applications, and the only potential problem is that it locks improved performance in some apps, like many of those in SPC ViewPerf, to its true professional cards, the RTX 6048 GB. So guys, that's all for Top 7 Best Graphic Cards 2023. The links of all products are given in the description, which are updated for the best prices. Subscribe our channel for more videos. We will meet in next video. Till then, take care, bye.